Hi everybody, it's Emily from Vintage Polka Dot Shop, and I'm here with, I guess, a project share and Etsy update and all that good stuff. I can't believe it. I finished something I started. It happens sometimes. As you can see, I got 3 paper bag, I guess accordion folios is what I'm calling them. Made them from a tutorial by Creative Cafe girl Susie, and I'll put a link below. So I'll share those. I'm not going to share what's inside them, and you'll see why in a minute, sort of. And then I have some other things because moderation is not my name. So, or anywhere in my name. So here's the first one. This is the one I showed in the paper clip tutorial video, I believe. This is from Graphics Fairy, premium site. Front Porch Prints, my Porch Prints. I never get her name right. And then here's the back. I think this is Mrs. Coggs. And then good old Tim Holtz. And as you can see, they all have stitching. And then the red and white Baker's twine. These will close better once you use some of the things that are in here. So I'm not going to take the things out, but I'm going to show you. And then it expands. And as you can see, for individual, like what's in each one, there'll be photos. I took a lot of photos and put them in the listings. So that's the inside of that one. And a little bit of lace and scrapbook paper and more Timmy people. All right, so let's see, I guess I'll set it there. And then this one has graphic or images from, this is Mrs. Coggs. I can't remember what the set's called, but I just love it. It's like from kind of a 1920s or 30s style. And then this is also from that set, but I cut it out and put it on top of scrapbook paper. I think it's so pretty. And then you open it up, and a little bit of old lace and a little Timmy girl and more from that set. And then as you can see, this opens up. Okay, so there's 2. And then we got Jolly Old St. Nicholas. And this one, I shook it up a little bit and did it backwards. Oh, the back. I didn't show you the back. This is from scrapbook paper, Mrs. Coggs, scrapbook paper, stitching. So they all have stitching. There's a lot of stitching in all of these because why not, I ask you? Why not? So much fun. More lace, Timmy people, Tim, and then, oh, there's a little preview there for you. All right, so those are the 3 folios. And they also come with a pack. Trying to decide. Okay, they come with a pack with some other things. But these tins that I put together also have the same things. So I'm going to show the tins, and then you'll see everything. This is not making any sense, but it will, I think. All right, so the first tin is one of these vintage. And as you can see, the lid's a little crooked. Can you, like that, see? I think this is probably from the 50s and maybe 60s. It's a Christmas card list file, and it had a rubber band around it, and it stuck, and we got it off, but you can see it's still a little discolored from that. It may be a little bit more elbow grease. And then, of course, it's got goodies in it, and it also has a little pack, but you'll see. So there's that one. This one is an old like tin that you would bake goodies in and put it in, and it's got some issues, like little, but I absolutely really love it. It's discolored. I mean, it just looks old. And you see there's the back, and I thought this was interesting where it says bacon trademark gift can. So I guess you could bake maybe fruitcake or something in here. Oh, I won't open it yet. Well, so there's. And then this one is a good guy from the 80s. This reminds me of like something Lillian Vernon or The Current would have had or something like that. And this is a big tin. He's got almost everything in him. There's only like one. And there is a little bit of fading from the lid to the bottom, which isn't really, it's pretty subtle. So it's not really, I'm trying to see if I can move it with the light. I don't know. You can kind of see that that's a little bit more olive, I think, than that. Can you? I don't know. So, and then that's got goodies in there. So they all have the same things, but since of course they're handmade, there's variations. And then last but not least is the good old classic. You know, I could just see, I wonder how many times this had fudge gifted in it. I mean, and doesn't it just look like that 1950s, 60s aesthetic? And it's old. I mean, it's got the patina on the back. Okay, so this is the one we'll go through. So to go with the tin, not everything fits in the tins or in the folios. So they all have packs with what didn't fit. So this one, they all come with this waxed bag, paper bag, and inside it is handmade grungy cello tape, and it will just peel off, so you can just cut what you need and stick it, you know, on the image or picture, and it looks like vintage, antique, aged, like, you know, Scotch tape, cellophane tape. And don't worry about the little ink thing. See, I'm rubbing it. It's on there. It's dry. And this paper, by the way, is what my mailing labels are on. So when you order from me from Etsy, and I print up the label, so that's why it comes off so easy. All right, so you get, and there's 12. And they're, you know, since they're handmade, they're kind of little different lengths and stuff. I did the best I could, but it's not the kind of thing you can easily make them all exactly the same. So they all get one of those in the bag, and then they all get a little simple, I don't know, is this a little journal, little notebook? I mean, it's only got 14 pages, I think, but there is some stitching. Each one has that stitch on a page, and then this feather stitch on a page, and it's just all kinds of grubby paper. And then they all have, now this is a recycled postcard. Sorry, it's a little curled, but I antiqued the back of it and then stamped on it. And this is like, I don't know if around where you are, a lot of vintage shows and antique shows, where I am, they'll have like professional postcards as flyers printed up. So that's what this is. I covered up the show information. I had a whole stack of them back from when I was doing shows, and I didn't you know, like get them all given away to promote the show or whatever. All right, so in the tin, this one's a little stiff to open. All right, so each one comes with 3 different, and the fabrics will vary, but you'll see in the listing photos, like gathered fabric ruffles. And they're a little bit adjustable, but not a lot. And once you glue them down on the edge of a page, they of course won't move. And if you cut it, like, because they're cute too, like on the edge of a pocket, and inside a journal, or you could cut them and use them as tabs. Make sure you put a little bit of glue to hold it in place, just like a little dab will do ya. So it doesn't like become unruffled. It may not, but you know, better safe than sorry. So this one comes with these 3 fabrics, and you will be seeing some of these fabrics later in a different listing that I have. So just keep that in mind. We've got, this did not come in that box, this Christmas card list. I got these separately. That box has something completely different in it. It didn't even have Christmas list in it. Oh, that would have been so cool. Anyway, so you get one of these, and it's probably about the same age as that box. And then from the 80s, we have a little paper coaster that make a cute little pocket or journaling card. And then this is a index card that I didn't age because it had a little bit of age all on its own. It's not quite so bright white and everything. And then these are those die cuts from Hobby Lobby. Little stamping, little stitching. We got Mrs. Coggs printable here with some more fabric scraps and some stitching. And this paper is actually from those waterfall type old photo albums that had the plastic sleeves, and my parents had one, and Mom gave me the pictures a long time ago, the albums a long time ago, and so I took all the paper out because it's all yellowed and aged and stuff. And then we've got a little journaling card that's also an older index card, and these are reproduction tags. Now watch, it won't open. No, it does. And then you have a little journaling spot and a little pocket. So that would make a cute little pocket in a journal or a journaling card. And then some, these will kind of vary, these stickers, but they're reproduction, but they have that wonderful vintage fun look to them. I'll give you an idea there. And then we've got a little bottle cap charm, and these are different in all of them, but they all have a retro look. And then I just attached a little bulb pin, so if you want to, you know, pin it on the edge of your page or some fabric, you can do that. And then they all come with, and I have these little envelopes available in my Etsy shop, and they're tiny little glassy. They're so cute. I love little stuff like this. Anything miniature, I swear. And then you get 3 different vintage postage stamps. Some of them are still on the envelopes and some of them aren't. And they vary per pack, so you can see what you'll get by looking at the listing photos. And then this one's a vellum elephant envelope. And it comes with some older gift tags. So we've got, everybody has these 2. You know, this one I think varies, like this design, but they're all this style. And then everybody gets one of these, which is just so stinking cute. Look at that. Isn't that precious? It's so cute. And then we've got the altered paper clip. I'll put the video below where I showed you how to make them with a little charm and a bell. Oh, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. And then I thought these red and green tickets were just perfect. I mean, they're just Christmas colors. And then there's a funky little paper clip. And a little file card. And this was for recipes. So I just covered up, you know, if it said hors d'oeuvres or whatever, with some Tim Holtz stickers. And then they all have, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of got a shine. This is from an old sticker book from like the 80s. And I just thought those were fun. And another scrap fabric. Oh, dear. And some stitching and Mrs. Coggs. And then a little white sack. And I'm trying to remember the kit. These are fussy cut. You know what? I'll just put the link below. I cannot remember the Etsy store. It's the first time I bought from her. And I went to town. I had so much fun with her images. Plus, I felt like fussy cutting. And then you have a red library card. And, of course, these all vary, too. But I just felt like fussy cutting, so I did. And then key tags like I have for sale in my shop. But I took the Tim Holtz rub-ons. Like, I had them from, I don't know, a year or 2 ago. And I just rubbed them on. And I love, like, this font. Because even though it says, like, Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas or whatever, it has kind of, like, this practical office look, too. Like, I don't know, like this is where you would put your Believe key. And it also has a bulb pin. And then tag. And these are like the coffee dyed ones I sell in my shop. Tim Holtz sticker. And then I think these were all from the Graphics Fairy Premium site. And then I have had these, like, see, they're kind of, I don't know, kind of 3-dimensional. Had these stickers for years and years and years and years and years. Feels so good to finally use them. And a little label from a friend of mine. And then this was, I don't know, this is a sheet of, it was just all these angels, and see, it's kind of shiny. I'm sure I got it thrifting. So I cut them out, put it on an index card on, this is from a hymnal, which I have hymnals in my shop too. Just a little plug there. And then on a index card. And then this is a big Rolodex card. And I heat embossed the green. And then a Tim Holtz stamp. So everybody like gets these things. Some will have variations, you know, like this sticker will be different and this image will be different and these words, and these are 2-sided. I don't know if I said that. So you kind of get the gist, but I have pictures of all of them. So you can easily just kind of look in my Etsy shop and, you know, see which one strikes your fancy the most. But I thought there was a lot here you could add to. I think you could add to more than one journal because, as I said, moderation, it's just not my thing, and I had to make myself stop. So they all have similar goodies and the same amount of stuff. Okay, so there is those. I took those out of the way. Now, the other thing I did was I have a dear friend who's a quilter, crafter extraordinaire, and I got from her Christmas scraps. Excuse me. So this is how they're going to come all packaged. And of course, I was going to town, so they all have a little charm on them. And this barely went around it, so it's like tying it on, but you know, you gotta use it. And also in my shop are from her, the tablecloth strips, which are really cool with this kind of silk screened, you know, vintage Christmassy images would be fun to use. So I thought we'd go through a bag. I have one I have not packaged up cute yet. So excuse me how it looks. Please forgive because it's still in the bag. It's sorted and weighed. There's a ½ pound around of fabric. So they will be all different shapes, sizes, and styles. There may be like a double or two because I just kind of had them on the table and I was just going around and adding and trying to do variety, but sometimes you forget if you added one. So I'm just going to show you. So we've got some that are in the strips, which work really well for like those ruffles I showed you. They're good for like the, to make like charms and fabric flips, pockets, add them to the index cards like I did. So I had fun. I kept some for myself too. But then there's like some weird shapes because she makes aprons. So they're cut out like that. I'm trying to think what other, like here's oh, that's a nice big chunk, but they're not super big. I mean, that's enough. You could do a couple things with that. You could piece them all together to make a journal cover. So I'm just going to kind of flip through. Here's a little strip. Oh, I love that one. Such a cute vintage look. So I guess some of these technically aren't Christmas, but they work with the Christmas, you know, look or season. So I love this with the retro ornaments. Did we just look at that one? See, that's the other problem is I've made so many of these and played with them that it all runs together. So as I said, if you get a double, it's not going to be like a ton of doubles. Just like maybe ones where they jumped in or one piece was really small. See, I love this one. Look at this with the little snow globes. I mean, you could on that. Look at that. Wouldn't that be cute? You could just cut that out. Put that on a little tag. Wouldn't that be cute? And of course, see, like this isn't Christmas, but it looks great with Christmas. And look at this retro Santa. Isn't that fabulous? Another one you could just cut around him. Oh yeah, only a couple of them got this. There wasn't very much. I love this fabric. So you get the idea. There's all kinds here. And of course, I will package this up so it'll be cute like that one. But I thought, oh, I'm not going to fold it all up and then undo it because it's a little bit, you know, there's a little bit of work there. So more polka dots, but a bigger size of polka dot. Some of this green buffalo check. This one's cute. I use this a lot on those ruffles. Oh, look at this one with the retro. I love this. Oh, and this one. I use this one quite a bit. And see, it's a weird shape. So I wanted you to get an idea that how some of them are, you know, they're irregular. That's the word I should have used in the listing. Irregular. That one's got some glitter. Oh, it's not really showing up. Oh, there we go. It's got some glitter. Some pieces are small. But as you can see, it's all usable. Perfect for junk journaling. And a great, great way to add to your stash and get some variety without having to like buy a bunch of fabric. And I don't know, something about other people's scraps that are just so much fun. Okay, so I shared that. So we got those. Those will be in the store. And all these things will be listed. I'm going to list them like why this is uploading. And then not Christmas. Oh, wait, no, we should do some more Christmas first, right? We got Christmas on the brain. We should do the Christmas. So, another thing we got is I have 6, look at that, more coffee dyed lace. Totes of it. I had a really good summer dyeing it. But this is from a tablecloth, and it's Christmas. And I thought that, now the pattern, see, like this tree is this way and the snowman's this way, which kind of makes sense for a tablecloth because, you know, you don't want it that way. No matter where you sit, you can have some of them the right way. So there's 9 different squares or patches. So we got a Santa. Of course, you saw the tree. We got this cute little snowman. Look at that. We got a dove. And hopefully I don't miss any Christmas stockings. Got the candles, Christmas candles. And did I show Santa? Sorry if I did. And then we got an angel. Oh, angel. And a sleigh. Ho, ho, ho. I gotta turn it around here. So I said they kind of all go different directions. And we did angel, we did sleigh, and what's the last one? Bells. Christmas bells. So, these are just almost total 28 inches, I think. I think I put 27 in the listing because, you know, I like to round down a little bit. And they all have, maybe this is the one that doesn't. This is, the, you know, oh no, they all have a finished edge. And then all the rest are cut. But my thought was just the square itself would be pretty on the front of a journal, like if you had a fabric background or whatever. But also, I mean, I don't know why you couldn't like cut him out and like slow stitch him or machine stitch him or whatever onto a journal or a pocket or something. I don't know. I just thought there was a lot of creative possibilities. There's a lot of Christmas things that are like this that I pass up because they're just too big. You just, you know, I don't think they translate well into journal making, but I thought this was fun. And of course you could use it in other crafts too. All right, so I only have 6 of those. So we got that one. Stick that on the tin. And then the last Christmas thing to share with you today, I've got more, but it's not, just real quick, I have some ideals. I'm slowly going through them and getting them listed. I have 2 already up, and I have these 2, and I have more, and I'll just kind of I want to try to get them all listed soon, because I just don't want to store them for another year. And those that are not familiar, these issues are, one of them's 69 and one's 74. I never know if these are books or magazines because they're periodicals. I mean, they are that, but they don't have like ads like a magazine. And they're just full of stories and poems and really cool artwork. This one does have some, like the page when it was stored got wrinkled, but it's not really a big deal. But for their age, they're in really good shape. That's cute. So anyway, I'll just flip through that real quick. Backwards, of course. So there's that one. And they have photographs. And then we'll just flip through this one real quick. I love that. Like if you were doing like a winter woodland Christmas journal. But they're just fun to look through as well. And they're like a time capsule because they just are so of their time. They make me feel sentimental, and I didn't even grow up with them in my house. But they're just that, look at the, I mean, this is like my early childhood. I just love that. Look at her. So cute. We're probably about the same age. So anyway, oh yeah, these plates. You guys remember these plates? I found one with Christmas 1971. I'm looking for one for my husband. For 1970, look at that. So anyway, so I've got those listed, and then there's another pair. As of making this video, there's another pair. All right, and then non-Christmas, I got a couple things just to share real quick, and then I'll get out of here. Oh, let's do this one first because this is so cool. Okay, this is a prayer book. It's German, and it was Maria's, and I'm not sure because it's in that Gothic font, and I can never. It's like trying to read someone's cursive, and I just can't, but maybe you can. And it does have some condition issues, but considering it's from I think it was 98, and it's got this like taffeta style, or, you know, like, can you hear that? On the, but see, it's also like dirty and discolored, but for its age, see, she wrote her name, I think. And it's just faded and worn over time. Let's see. Can I find the page? Here it is. 1898, March 23rd, from Pastor Troutman, maybe? And then it's just this wonderful, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And there are some things tucked in here, like little treasures. Oh, look, I found it right away. There's a old Happy Easter card. I think there was some pressed flowers. So just a real fun, oh, what was that? Oh, there's just, look at that. There's a little card. Isn't that cute? So I'll let you discover. I'll let the person that buys it discover what's inside there. But I just thought that was really special. I cannot believe. It's so trippy to think how old some of these things are. 1898. 19th century, and we're in the 21st century. I mean, it's like a time machine. Okay. So there was that. And then I have, sorry for the little fabric here. I'm going to tie it all up, but I didn't want to tie it up. I have a bundle of coffee dyed stationery. Those that bought the kits I had in the last video kind of got some of this to use for those little journals. I mean, like, it'd be like perfect size for that. And this is just a variety pack. So each pack has like kind of a different amount of the different sizes. So this one's like 10 inches. I don't think there was some that were skinnier that I don't see. Some of them, I don't even know if it will show. They kind of have like that resume texture to them. Oh, here's a skinnier one. So they're just different amounts because it's just random. But most of them, most of it is this like littler, smaller stationery, all nice but so much fun to use in a smaller journal or to use as a, to fold up and put in as a journaling spot. Send in happy mail, write a letter, So, dear Santa, I've been really good this year. I have Christmas on the brain. All that Christmas crafting. Okay, and then, like the genius I am, I accidentally sealed this, but I will open it. I was like trying to remember to leave them all open. So anyway, what we have here are 100 coffee dyed tickets. And I'll just pull out. And they come in these strips. So you get, for the long single ones, you get 5 strips. So they have 6 each. So that's like 60 tickets. And I thought they took the coffee dye. I thought those were fun. And then we've got now these are my favorite because I have not played with this yet. But like, remember those Tim Holtz ribbons we were talking about, or stamping on there? Just seems like doodling, writing. It just, it's like a little secret little journal spot. These are really cute to use for tabs on journals and tags and in collage and mixed media. Oh, and then get this one out. And then this one's a double. And you can see this is like I don't know if it's a different brand or not. No, it doesn't say so. But see these numbers kind of bled a little bit. It's not the end of the world to me, but in case that's something that bothers you, I wanted you to know. And then it's got this on the back. All right, so there's 100 total, but lots to play with and keep you out of trouble. And they come, I am like loving using these green file folders, but I am really going through them. Then I'll have to go to using something else for packaging, but they're perfect for this. Okay, so there's that. And then last but not least, okay, I love these. I've been using them in journals that I haven't finished yet. These are waxed sacks, paper bags, and they're gusseted. And the cool thing with these is like the more you handle them and the more you use them, the more they get like character and wrinkles and marks and stuff. And I just love that. And I've been using them, like sewing them into the signature of a journal and using them like how we'd use a paper bag, because they are about 6 inches wide, which is kind of pushing it for some journals, but not all. Just depends. But if you're making a larger journal, you could use it as a pocket and fold it up and do all the creative stuff. So anyway, and that's what's in those, what I put the cello tape in. So if you get one of those little kits, oh, I can't get it back in there, then you'll get one of these and you can see what they're like. Oh, dear whiz. Oh, I'll put it back in later. You're watching me. I can't do it when you're watching me. Okay, so that's a little summary of some of the new things I'm listed. I'm going to, as soon as I upload this, I will, or as this is uploading, I will take these out of draft mode or whatever they're called on Etsy, and they'll go live. And let me know if you have any questions at all, or did I forget something? That's always good to know. And I hope you're having a great evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.